Alright, let's do a quick unboxing thing here of the Kobalt 24 volt tool kit that I got from Lowe's the other day. It's the 1300191 kit with those 6 tools you see there. I think 2 batteries and a charger. Let's see what's going on with it. The first thing that I noticed right away is that they're starting to sell this stuff now in these I don't know what's going on here. These roll around tool kits like suitcases and whatever. I don't know anyone that uses tools like that. Maybe I'm in the minority, but I'm going to take them all out of that. I probably will never use that carry case, but whatever. Let's see what's in here. All right, so cut off those, there's 3 of those white bands on there. Undo the things here. Take all this crap off. I'm more or less just curious to see how they've got all this packaged in here. Like I say, I don't plan to use this. It's pretty nice, I'm not going to admit, but it's huge, and I'd rather just have the tools. Alright, unzip. There it is. Not quite what I was expecting, but got it. This is one of the batteries. This is the probably the 4 ampere. Yep, that's the 4 amp hour battery. I've never had Kobalt stuff before, so kind of jazzed to try this stuff. 1 bar. Gotta charge it. All right. Let's see what else we got here. I don't know what this is. Probably tool clips, something like that for your belts. I don't normally use those. Looks like we got one of the, well, we got the bit for the drill, and then one of the blades for the sawzall, or whatever they call it in this kit. Extra packaging. This has something in it. I'll unwrap that later. I am kind of excited. I want to see, there's 2 things about this kit that I really want to see. Actually, maybe 3. I want to see if the power of the 24 volts is any different than the 20 volt DeWalt stuff I already have. or not or, but I also want to see how powerful this little light is. It says it goes up to 200 lumens. I had I still do have, in fact I had another video on it, a Porter cable light. I love this thing, and I think this is only rated at like 150 lumens, and I've modified it to where it'll work with the Black & Decker batteries along with the Porter cable stuff. This is supposed to be brighter, and it's only 1 LED, whereas my Porter cable was 4. So I really am curious to see how that's going to work when I start using it. And then the third thing is this one-handed sawzall, whatever you want to call it. One-handed. I think it's a great design. I cannot wait to try this. Looks like we've got a safety somehow if you're smart enough to figure it out. There we go. Press that guy in. There we go. It turns it off. That's going to turn it on. Got some pretty good heft to it. So that's that. That excites me. The light, I want to see how that works. And then the 24 volts in general, especially when it comes down to this little guy, the impact driver. Is this going to be something that's noticeable past the like the 20 volt Porter cable or 20 volt DeWalt stuff that I've had? We'll see. I'll find out. And there's that. This looks like this is the oscillating tool here. I've got a DeWalt one that I've used a couple of times. I don't find them to be like you gotta have type of a tool. They're good to have, but I don't find them to be gotta have. Okay, so that's 4 of them. Okay, let's get out got the old drill. Here's the drill. And, you know, a drill is a mainstay of any tool kit. I just got rid of my portal cable stuff, which I really, really liked. But to make room for this stuff, I got rid of it. And we'll see. For the most part, a drill is a drill, as long as you've got a keyless chuck, which they all do pretty much now. Except for probably like the cheapest Harbor Freight stuff. Oh, yeah, and by the way, this whole entire kit it's the brushless kit. And so the pretty much everything else I've got is not brushless, except for my DeWalt oscillating tool. And the final tool in here is the old circular saw. I think this is a 6.5 incher. It is here. Yep, 6.5 inch. So definitely something you gotta have if you're into any kind of home improvement stuff. If you're a homeowner, let's pair that up with the DeWalt. Man, is my DeWalt a 6.5? I think it is. Hold on. So there's the comparison of the two, and my DeWalt is a 6.5 inch. This is the 18 volt model that came with the old crappy NiCad batteries, and I've got a cheap Chinese adapter on here to use my 20 volt lithium ion batteries on it, which I've got the real DeWalt ones, I've got the Chinese ones, and they're, as far as I can tell, they're about the same. The batteries may be a different story, but the adapters work well. So here you can see, and you know what I see right away, oddly, the way these saws are set up on the DeWalt, when you're using it, the blade would be on your left hand side, and on the Kobalt it would be on your right hand side. I do not know why they would have done that. I don't even know what way is more common, now that I think about it. I feel like the DeWalt setup, this is the more common way. I don't know. Let me know. I honestly not sure. Got our safety catch here. I'm sure this has come with a blade. Oh yeah, it's already on there. I only saw the blue there. I thought that was just like a paper filler or whatever. So yeah, we got a pretty nice blade on here, it looks like. So that's the kit in a nutshell. I told you there was something in that little box. Let's see what's in there. Okay, so in that little box you've got all the attachments for the oscillating tool. That's what all this stuff here is. This is actually very nice, because if you buy all of these things separately, you're probably looking at, oh, I'm going to say $50. If you buy the little DeWalt kits that have like this cutting attachment and that thing and two of these things, that's like $35 or something like that at Lowe's. And then you've got the this is the attachment for putting your sanding pads on there, of which they give you a whole bunch. 180. These are probably all, you know, big grit, but still, just to get started, to get a pad like that, you know, I think this is pretty fair that they give you all this stuff. That's a lot of money right there, just in extras in that little box. Surprised at that. So, sorry, I told you there was some other stuff. So this looks like the leverage attachment that probably goes on to the drill. And then you've got, we should have one more battery that we've got. Here's the battery charger for these guys. A nice, good size one. And your other battery, which is a 2 amp hour. Probably no juice in this one either. Oh, 2 bars. All right. Oh, heck with it. Let's just see what each tool sounds like. Okay, so here's the circular saw. You can always tell this brushless stuff because it's got a certain sound to it. You know, not at all like the old school tools. And I see an LED shining down there. Yep, there's an LED on this. That's kind of nice. All right, on to the next. Here's the drill. Pretty standard. That would definitely be the faster of the two settings there. All right, next. Here's the oscillating tool. No speed control, you just hit it and rip. And I guess this is the release on this. Actually, I don't know what that is. Guess I ought to look that up. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, next. All right, here's what everybody wants to see. Here's the old saber saw. You know, I get the feeling that could flat eat through some stuff. And you always get that weird delay with the brushless. But it feels like it's got plenty of power, and again, it's cool because this is one-handed now, unlike the old stuff. Is that, you know, a boon or a bane? I don't know, but I kind of like the design of it. Impact driver. So that's definitely the going on side. That's the taking off direction, which is slow. Guess that's normal? I don't know. I hope this doesn't suck because I really liked my Porter cable one. And here's what I've been wanting to see. The light. Okay, that doesn't tell you how much. Let's do a little comparison. Let's see what we got. All right, so on the right, you have my Porter cable, and on the left, you've got the Kobalt, and the colors of the light is definitely different. I'm not sure about overall brightness. We're even going to be able to tell it all. Yeah, actually, I think that we can. And the Kobalt definitely looks brighter. I would definitely agree that it's a brighter light. So I think whatever they've got these advertised as is probably pretty close to the truth. You can really see it right there. And I love my Porter cable light, but I've always wondered about the color of it. This Kobalt here is much more like normal light. Anyway, that's that. Now I got two lights. All right, hopefully this helped you. If you're on the fence about it, I got this whole kit at Lowe's. Man, like $197 out the door. So if you can do that, you're doing great. Good luck with it. If you got questions, let me know. Two quick updates here. So I'm a dummy. So this does have some control. You turn it on, but then you've got a speed control down here for that. Didn't see that, didn't know it. And of course this, and I was wondering because my DeWalt has a latch here where you squeeze it and then it releases the tool off the head up here. That's what this is doing. You flip this all the way over and it's got some springiness to it, and then that pushes that front part out so it can grab, as you bring it back down, it'll grab the tool you've got placed on the head there. Duh. And then here's your saber saw, which has the no tool chuck on it, I guess, if you want to call it. And I love that. So you just rotate that thing this way, and then that blade would in and out. Let go of it, and she's locked in. Update complete.